Y'all see the title, man. Let's get to it.
When it comes to the art of flopping, many players attempt to utilize it for their advantage. And surprisingly, it seems to actually work out most of the time, although it can be very annoying for us to watch. And perhaps the player most notorious for this action is LeBron James, also known as LeFlop.
And the Oscar goes to
LeBron James.
James has had a long history.
Wait, did he
of
actually
flopping,
win the Oscar?
and sometimes it got out of control.
Oh, come on. What kind of league are we becoming if that's a flagrant foul?
And no wonder why he's so talented. He even has a personal coach.
No, that was crazy. That was crazy. But you know what I'm saying? You got to sell the core, though. I've seen Michael Jordan sell the core before, you know? I haven't seen him over-exaggerate like this, though, you know? I haven't seen him, Buster, I ain't see all that. That's crazy, you know? Just, you know what I'm saying? If somebody bump into you, oh, I fell. You know what I'm saying? You see that, ref? All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? We can keep moving, though. Not, Come on, gay. Come on.
It's a flagrant foul.
And no wonder why he's so talented. He even has a personal coach specifically for it.
My name is Frank Calhoun, and I'm the person who taught LeBron James how to flop. If you ask me, he was a pretty good player to begin with. But he wanted to add the flopping element to his game to try and help him take it to a whole new level. And man, does he sell it. I mean, there are times when he flops on the ground, nobody's even near him, and he will always get the call.
But on May 10th, 2013, all that practicing might have caused him to go a little too far. Let's head back to that good old Bulls and Heat playoff series. No, I'm not talking about the one in 2011. Let's revisit the 2013 playoff series between Miami and Chicago. Remember, these two teams were never really the biggest fans of each other to begin with. Besides the series that took place 2 years prior, there's been multiple occasions where things got heated. When LeBron teamed up with Wade and Bosh, he instantly became a villain. So much so that even the Bulls at that embarrassing loss.
I think they're going to end up looking at that. Yep, they are. So they call it a flagrant foul.
So you know, heading into that Eastern Conference semifinals matchup, it was gonna be an extremely intense series. Game 1 took place in Miami. Chicago was fresh off defeating the Brooklyn Nets in 7 games, pulling off a minor upset in the first round, and witnessing LeBron receive the MVP trophy before tip-off only gave them extra motivation. As expected, it was a close game, only because of the fact that Miami had a long break heading into this series, so we knew they needed to find their rhythm again, but they couldn't quite get it together as the Bulls took Game 1 of the series. Game 2, the Heat came into this game much more focused and predicted.
Goes back. There's some history here between these two teams.
Throughout the game, Chicago tried their best, but by the end of the night, Miami absolutely destroyed them to even up the series. Game 3 headed to Chicago, and keep in mind, this was only the first quarter, so the refs were definitely in for a long night, and we didn't have to wait very long for another altercation.
James, and we're having it again. Players losing their
altercation. Foul on him, and then they called the check on Brown for throwing him. He got attacked and he threw him. He faced. Brown probably faked flop right there too.
As you can see, Nazr Mohammed deliberately fouls LeBron in transition, which led to LeBron swinging Nazr around, pulling him down in the process. And after that, Mohammed understandably was pissed, so he immediately popped right back up and had to release some of that anger, which caused James to fly backwards and continued to slide on the court, ultimately leading to everyone getting involved in a massive scuffle. Now LeBron received a technical foul, mainly for his overreaction and disbelief to the call, but Nazr's involvement in this situation got him ejected from the game, and many of his Bulls teammates strongly disagreed with that decision. It was a pretty hard shot, and you can definitely tell it had a good amount of force behind it, and you can say that James was caught off guard because he was in the middle of arguing with the referee, but it's obvious that LeBron put some effort into exaggerating his fall.
And if LeBron James does not fall on that, Nazr Mohammed is not ejected. That's my problem.
And there was one player in particular who didn't like seeing his teammate being forced to go back to the locker room. So right there in the same exact game, he decided to go get some revenge. If you look closely, you can even see D-Wade attempt to get in on the flopping because he saw that it worked for LeBron earlier. By the end of the game, to get in on
D-Wade got it for that one. That was a horrible flop, D-Wade. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all see this guy? He ran to him.
You can even see D-Wade attempt to get in on the flopping because he saw that it worked for LeBron earlier. By the end of the game, emotions were high, and Miami came out on top to get another victory in the series. Later on in the locker room, many people in the Bulls organization had this to say about what happened with LeBron. Coach Tom Thibodeau said, "From my angle, I just saw a guy flop." Taj Gibson said MJ would get fouled and he would just keep playing. And you know Nate Robinson had to chime in as well. Quote, "You see LeBron in a lot of commercials, a lot of good acting. Besides the unfair and lopsided punishment."
Nah, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I don't agree with like begging for the call and all that neither. That's crazy. There's no, you know what I'm saying? I'm used to the pickup. You gotta call your own foul anyway, so when I'm in the games, I don't be looking for no damn foul. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get fouled. You gotta really just hoop. Word, like, I hate when people just be looking for a foul. That makes the ref, that is a dumb thing to do. It makes the ref not even want to call a foul for you. Because you out there begging for a foul. Like, come on, play back.
The Bulls were also upset because in their last series against the Nets, Nazi was huge for them as their backup center and felt that what he did not warrant an ejection. But regardless of LeBron's embellishment on the play, even if he didn't flop and just managed to stand still on his feet, a shoving gesture like that is guaranteed to get you tossed out anyway. Also, that was sort of a weird play in the first place. 3 Bulls players already got back in time to defend LeBron, and any one of them could have taken a charge. So there was no reason for Nazr Mohammed to intentionally foul. He certainly isn't the only player to step to LeBron, but he's probably the only one to actually put hands on him. Eventually, Mohammed did quickly apologize by saying, "No hard feelings." And of course, you know Skip Bayless had his own opinion on the matter.
But come on! LeBron James is 6 feet 9 inches, 260 pounds. And for him to go sliding back across the floor like he got hit by a Chicago bus? I'm not buying it, Stephen A, because I think he helped propel himself backward just a little bit. So I'm going to qualify this as a flop.
Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure...
Facts, y'all. If y'all enjoyed, man, let me know what your least favorite LeBron moment is, I guess. Because I know y'all don't like LeBron, you know what I'm saying? Click on the last reaction, share the video on your social media platforms with your peoples. Like the video, comment, subscribe. I'm out of there, man.